Welcome to The Educator. My name is Martin Buerta. Please enjoy this presentation. This presentation is an introduction to William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Hamlet was written by William Shakespeare. Who was this man, William Shakespeare? What do we know about his life? Not much, actually. Records show that he was born, raised, and went to school in a country town called Stratford-upon-Avon in England. What makes Shakespeare so special? Why should you study plays that he wrote over 400 years ago in an old-fashioned English that is sometimes difficult to understand? Well, Shakespeare used the developing English language powerfully and creatively. Shakespeare's genius lies in his ability to examine the emotions, experiences, fears, hopes, dreams, anxieties, jealousies, lusts, loves, and hates that we experience as human beings, and to write about them in a way that makes us able to understand them more clearly. He wrote at least 37 plays that were translated in over 90 languages. In 2000, he was voted Man of the Millennium. Macbeth is set in Scotland a very long time ago. The society at the time was hierarchical. That means that the king was the most important person in the land, and everyone knew their place beneath him. The lords or chiefs were called thanes. The peasants, poor farmers and workers mainly, were right at the bottom of the hierarchy. Men were more important than women, sons more important than daughters. The countryside was fairly bleak, consisting of hills and grassland called heath because of the type of heather growing on it. The nobles lived in castles that were fortified against enemies. In Scotland, it rains a lot and the hills are often misty. You will notice that the setting of this play adds to the atmosphere of the plot. The setting at the start of the play is a stormy battlefield in Scotland. Macbeth and Banquo, captains in the Scottish army, have fought courageously and have helped to defeat an invading Norwegian army. The grateful King Duncan of Scotland decides to reward Macbeth. Macbeth is one of Shakespeare's great tragedies, and it has a number of distinctive features. Number one, the play's chief protagonist, the tragic hero, is a great man of noble birth. Macbeth, Thane of Glamis, is King Duncan's greatest warrior. Secondly, the hero has a fault, usually in the form of an unfulfilled desire that will eventually lead to his undoing and downfall. Macbeth's fault is his evil ambition, a secret desire to be King of Scotland. Thirdly, when the hero achieves the fulfillment of his desire, his fortunes and his morale begin to decline rapidly. Macbeth, through murdering King Duncan, becomes King of Scotland. But far from being satisfied, he is tortured with anxiety and seeks to get rid of all who he sees as threatening. Number 4, the hero starts to lose control of himself and the situation. Macbeth deteriorates into becoming a bloodthirsty tyrant who murders even innocents. Lastly, the hero is destroyed and the situation is restored to order. Macbeth is killed fittingly by Macduff, and Malcolm, the rightful king, restores order and harmony. A summary of the play. Macbeth is about a battle hero, Macbeth, the Thane of Glamis, who before the play begins has been fighting for his king, King Duncan of Scotland. During the battle, Macbeth has splendidly defeated the forces of a traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, and Cawdor's ally, the Prince of Norway. On his way home after the battle, Macbeth and his friend Banquo are met by 3 witches. They predict that Macbeth will be Thane of Cawdor and crowned King of Scotland, and that Banquo, who will be not so happy but much happier, will be the father of kings. Then the witches suddenly vanish. As Macbeth and Banquo are laughing about how unlikely the prediction is, two noblemen sent by King Duncan appear to tell Macbeth that he is the new Thane of Cawdor. King Duncan has had Cawdor executed for treason, and, in gratitude to Macbeth, has given him his lands and title. When Macbeth realizes that the first part of the witch's prediction has come true, his tragic descent into evil begins. He allows himself to be persuaded by his wife, Lady Macbeth, to murder King Duncan when he comes to stay at their castle. After this, in fulfillment of the prediction, Macbeth is crowned king. But there is no satisfaction or peace for Macbeth and Lady Macbeth in the achievement of their ambition. Indeed, the witches indirectly predict this when they say that Banquo will be much happier. Macbeth becomes so hardened to the horrors of killing that he murders for any reason. He kills Banquo because he is angry that Banquo's children will be kings, and he kills Macduff's wife and children because Macduff has escaped to join Prince Malcolm in England. Macbeth trusts nobody, but when the witches make a second prediction, that he should fear not till Birnam Wood do come to Dunsinane, he believes that he will be safe. In fact, the prediction is a trick, and Macbeth is doomed. The end of the play brings at last the end of Macbeth's evil reign. Lady Macbeth, who has fallen deeper and deeper into despair, kills herself, and Macbeth, who has slaughtered all Macduff's family, is fittingly killed by Macduff. Prince Malcolm, King Duncan's heir, becomes the new King of Scotland. Thank you for watching The Educator. My name is Martin Buerta. Please remember to subscribe on YouTube for more presentations.